Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been looking at these 3 books on my bookshelf. I was like, wow, these 3 books, I think they would be like 5 stars. Either I've seen someone rave about them, or mostly I've seen someone rave about them, or I just think personally I will like them. I think I will rate them 5 stars. So like, hey, let's make a video out of it. Why not? These 3 books, hardcovers, these 2. This one I started, and it's The Ministry of Time, of course. Now, if you haven't seen The Ministry of Time, it is by Colleen Bradley. Haley Pham is how I found out about this book. She rated this a 5-star, and she cried. She sobbed. And she was like, you will not have this as a certain reaction. This may not be your reaction, because you have to have like immigrant parents to understand, which I do. So we're going to be reading this one. I was very intrigued. Also, I thought this was more on the shorter side because that's what I heard from her. It's actually 335 pages, which recently I've been reading like 300 pages is like my limit. Literally. I don't know what's been up with me lately. But I decided I was going to annotate this, and I started reading it. I am 40 pages in. We're going to ignore everything that is happening right now. Why do I look like I'm seeing Jesus? Oh my god. Let me fix that lighting. Anyway, looks like I'm seeing Jesus, but whatever. So, I didn't like the last clip that I filmed, and it is editing Denisa. So, here's the thing. The book, The Ministry of Time, is basically about the British government finds out how to use time travel. So, they decide to take like 7 or like 10 or whatever people from different periods in history and decide to take them and assign them to people in modern day and to take care of them and see if they can, to test it out to see if they can resist in such conditions, what will be the reactions to modern day, etc. So the narrator, who remains nameless throughout the whole entire novel, she gets assigned a man from an expedition from like the 1800s or something, and she has to take care of him. And that's kind of what it is about, and there's supposed to be a minor romance subplot afterwards, but that's kind of what is going on. So I hope this was helpful, because I didn't like the way I explained it. Yeah. Hello. So I got a karaoke mic. If you can't tell, it is literally so slay. It has rhinestones, and it has flowers, and it has lights, and it's pink, and it's so freaking cute. And I'm gonna start talking from this now, because it's just so slay. Anyway, I finished my book. I finished The Ministry of Time. Now, the clip that you saw earlier was the same clip of me today. It was today. Except it was earlier today because I changed because I needed to go shopping. I think... Okay, so I'm not going to rate it 5 stars because it's just like not 5-star worthy. That's so mean. I actually really enjoyed it. It's just not giving me the 5-star feels. I feel like I understand why someone would rate it a 5 stars, but it's just like not personally I would rate it a 5 stars. If you can understand me. Anyway. So I think I'm gonna rate it a 4.5 or a 4.75 because I just feel like everything that was said in this book was like so wise. And the author, Colleen Bradley, I feel like she's very, like, she knows how to put her thoughts together, which great applause to that, because like sometimes it's just so hard to like put your thoughts together. And there was the author's note, which I did not read, I just like skimmed over, and she said that at the end that the Ministry of Time wasn't supposed to actually be published. It was supposed to be for like just like a few of her friends just to read for entertainment purposes. So then she was like proud of the fact that this had become a whole entire big book that everyone reads now. But I did really enjoy it, and in some ways I heard someone say that they did not understand like sometimes like the things they would say, because there were references to history and to like kind of like sci-fi-ish things, and you had to, this book like really makes you think, and you have to think. So if you like books that like make you think and like makes you put the work into it, then go ahead and read this book. I mostly read sometimes to just like not think about anything, but most of the time I do like a book that really has like very emotionally. It's very emotional. Like I really like I appreciate it when a book is like emotional. So we are going to be reading for our next book, The Four Winds by Kristen Hanna. I'm excited to read this book because I've never read Kristen Hanna, and I feel like I like anything that's emotional, and I also like a lot of historical fiction, and this is a historical fiction, and I've heard everyone say that they sobbed their heart out to Kristen Hanna. So I'm really in the mood to have a good cry at a book, so I'm really excited for this book. But yeah, I don't really know what this is about. Oh my gosh! Why do I sound so weird? Anyway, oh my gosh, it takes place during, hold on, Texas 1921, a time of abundance. The Great War is over. The bounty of the land is plentiful, and America is the brink of a new optimistic era. But for Elsa Walcott, deemed too old to marry in a time when marriage was a woman's only option, the future seems bleak, until the night she meets Rafe Martinelli and decides to change the direction of her life. With her reputation in ruins, there is only one respectable choice: marriage to a man she barely knows. By 1934, the world has changed. Millions are out of work, and drought has devastated the Great Plains. Farmers are fighting to keep their land and their livelihoods as crops fail and water dries up and the earth cracks open. Dust storms roll relentlessly around the plains. Everything on the Martinelli farm is dying, including Elsa's tempestuous marriage. Each day is a desperate battle against nature in a fight to keep her children alive. In this uncertain and pleasurous time, perilous time, Elsa, like so many of her neighbors, must make an agonizing choice: fight for the land she loves, or leave it behind and go west to California in search of a better life for her family. So it's basically about the Dust Bowl or the Great Depression. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the Dust Bowl.
just sobbed their eyes out to a book? Me. I did. I am actually like, I'm hoping that the glasses just like cover everything up, because I promise my eyes are red because I just cried, not what you think. But I just finished Four Winds, if you haven't guessed. Man, was this an emotional roller coaster. I've annotated this so heavily, and I still have a few things I need to annotate, because there's still a few things that at the end of the book that I was like, oh my god, I literally need this. But this book, because like I like was like, I don't know, 20 pages, and I was like, I don't understand how this is gonna make me cry that much. Like, yeah, maybe a little bit teary-eyed, but I don't understand how it's gonna make me cry. And then it hit me when I read. Oh my god. And I can't get over it. It's just so sad, and there's just certain things that hit way too hard and just way too close. And I just, yeah. It was, I think I'm gonna still have to like think on the rating, but I will say it's either a 4.75 or a 5 stars. I think a 5 stars would be the most accurate, just because it was heartbreaking, and I was so connected to the characters. The things that were set into this is all the characters I literally cared for, and I hope nothing bad happened to them. I saw myself in so many people, and I was like, damn, I wish I could not, I wish I wasn't like that person, but I am that person. And I just, yeah, it's so sad. It's good to realize it before it's too late, but I was so sad, and I just cannot. It was just so sad. And yeah, I think that this is like a book that will really stick with you, and I think a lot of people should read this. And I think when I'm older, I'm gonna read this and probably cry even more. Probably crying even more, because it's just phenomenal, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna rate it. It's probably a 5 stars, but it was so good, and I think a lot of people should read this book. I am planning on reading Chris and Hannah again sometime soon. Perfect. Now that we're just getting to know the fact that we just sobbed our eyes out, and we're going to start Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I left this for last because I knew Kristen and Hannah was going to make me cry.
Hey guys, we're back. It's editing Denisa, and we're seeing Jesus again, but we're wearing a tank top this time. I just wanted to say, what Anxious People was about, because I didn't realize I said it right. Anxious People, so I went into it thinking it was like a thriller or something. It's more of a literary fiction. It is about, so a failed bank robbery. A bank robber goes to obviously rob a bank. He fails, they fail, and they go across the street and to and an apartment block. And in that apartment, there's an open house. So they go through that door, lock the door, and keep everyone hostage. And there's like a diverse selection of people, all from different ages, stages in life, couples, not couples. Yeah. And they hold them hostage. And it kind of explores that. And it's hard to explain. If you just read it and you'll understand. Okay? It's hard to explain though. So they're being held hostage, and it kind of there's a kind of a wonky timeline. There's like interviews, and then like you kind of have to like think about it yourself, but it's easy to figure out. It's a Yeah. That's kind of what it's about. They Yeah, they're trying to find out who the robber is. There's like some parts from the investigation. Yeah. I was very excited to read this book, and a lot of people said it was very funny, witty, and just, a really good time. And it was also, a lot of people also said it was pretty emotional. So, yeah, I was very excited to go into this book.
It is Friday, and I wasn't planning on actually like talking to you guys today, but I have updates. Also, oh my gosh, I have glitter in my scalp. On my scalp, sorry. I just had the dumb idea in science class to put this glitter, and I did it, and it was fun. I glittered like everywhere for the rest of the day. Anyway, oh my gosh. I could just not like wait to share this information with you. This book, okay, Frederick Bachman is gold. He is gold. He is gold. I am currently on page 104. I have annotated so much, and listen, it is such a funny, like witty book. Frederick Bachman, I really enjoyed it. I'm really enjoying his writing. I don't know what person it's written in. It's kind of like third person mostly, but I feel like he mixes a little bit of second person in there. No, he doesn't. But he explains it like, yeah. So some people, I understand because I've heard some people say that they didn't really enjoy that much Frederick Bachman. Like they rated him like a 3 stars, and some people said they raved about him. I think it's because he has such a unique writing style. He writes kind of like, well, like in this book specifically, the timeline is kind of jumbled a little bit sometimes, but he just writes a certain way. That's why, and honestly, I just like I like the way he writes. I think it's unique, and whenever I find like a new author that writes uniquely, I enjoy it. I enjoy most books, but it is honestly so good. So good. It's so funny, like it's so witty. There's also so much, but like I love like funny stuff, but the characters, they have so much depth to them and such a background story, and like he doesn't tell you their full background till like he explains it a certain way, and then you realize he's talking about that person. I'm really resonating with a lot of things that they say in here. I just find it like, wow, it's just crazy. And like it's like exactly like literally if Frederick Bachman took my brain and just like was like, let's write a book out of this. Yeah, because there's this one page. Oh my gosh. This is the most I've ever highlighted in a book. Okay, so there's this part. Then there's like this whole entire page. Now you can't see this because it's like kind of blue. But, hold on. No, that's making it worse. I think you can kind of see it. That's like all the blue. Up down there. Over here we have some, and then on the next page we have more. We have this, we have that, we have this. So good. So good. It is so good, and I love it so much, and I care a lot about these characters, and just like the way this story is written, the writing, it is so good. And it's just like, I love how he combines like funny and like mental health and stuff like that in one book. It's just like perfect. It's the perfect mix, because I like a lot of like, I love it when like I know I've said this multiple times. I love it when a book makes me cry, or it has like a whole entire like 65-page list of trigger warnings. So I just love it. Okay, that sounds like I need to get I need to get out of my room and I need to get a therapist. But it is true. I just like books that are like that.
It is editing Denisa again, and we are seeing Jesus again, but that's besides the point. So, I accidentally deleted all the footage I had of the ending to this, the outro to this vlog. But to sum it all up, I loved Anxious People. I rated it a 5 stars. And this video was like a success. We got 2 out of our 3 books were 5 stars, which I didn't think it was going to be possible because a lot of these books, all 3 of these books were really hyped up. And I have a love hate relationship with hyped up books because sometimes they're so hyped up, I just don't enjoy them as much. I think I would change my rating to the Ministry of Time from a 4.75 to a 4 stars just because I feel like I rated it because other people rated it so highly. I felt like I needed to like it, but a 4 stars. I liked all of these books. I hope you try this out for yourself. Go read a 5 star prediction. You never know. I think I've had more. This video was more successful than other booktubers videos because usually I see no one gets a 5 stars in their videos, or it's just like one. So whatever. I loved Anxious People. It was a 5 stars. It was such a good book. I loved the writing. Frederick Bachman just it's my first Frederick Bachman book and I just love the writing. I loved everything about it. And I still cannot stop thinking about it to this day. And forward. And I loved it so much. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. But yeah. Thank you everyone for watching. Reader Pops. I love you and I hope you stick around for the next video. I'll see you when I see ya.